you to have for the time period that was between 1600 and 1754. Okay? That way you don't have to write them all out. Most of those things we've gone over, we'll go over some of them at a later date when we talk about the smallpox epidemic. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Articles of Confederation today. Yes. And the Constitution and why we should have a Constitution, or if we should have a Constitution. Okay? So, what I want you to do is, when I say go, you are going to write something one thing that you think is necessary for a good government on that board. Okay? Wait, I didn't say go. Go.
Wait, you said in a government?
Yes.
Something necessary for a good government. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you were
Uncool. Okay. So, when people were in the colonists, all had their biases, right? Okay, we talked about that almost everything that you have in the government, you can trace back to what? Well, to the Constitution, but the Constitution didn't exist yet. Philosophy or something they feared, right? That Britain had done, right? Okay, they wanted the right to bear arms so they could protect their own rights. They wanted the right to vote because they were against taxation without representation, okay? Did they have representation? Okay, in the eyes of Britain, did they have representation? Yes, why? What is, because Parliament represented all British citizens, okay? What about foreign policy? Talk about trade. People wanted to be able to trade with who?
Other nations.
Other nations. Why did they want to trade with other nations?
Make more money.
They made more money. What did Britain do?
Because monopolized.
They monopolized. What kind of party was put on because of that? The Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party. Okay, so what would happen if I decided we don't need that?
We don't need
I'm fine. You're feeling
We
Castro.
don't need this.
Then you're stalling.
Definitely don't need that.
Colin's like, okay, I got it.
And I don't want to hear your protest.
I'm fine with
And
that.
limit my power, right? Who just had their saying erased? What they put up erased? How do you feel about that?
I feel angry.
Angry? How do you feel about
I
that?
feel a little bit down because I was hoping to stay on the board longer.
Okay, a little bit down. How do you feel about it, Tanner?
I don't have the words to describe how I feel right now.
Okay, no words to describe. That's what happened when they got together with the article to make the Articles of Confederation. Everybody came in with something that they thought was really important. For South Carolina, it was slavery. Massachusetts didn't agree with slavery, and neither did Pennsylvania. Okay, so South Carolina is going to fight for that. Pennsylvania will fight for more land. What is Georgia going to fight for? How did Georgia start? As a prison colony. If you had the vote and you were from a prison colony, what would you vote for? Freedom. Okay? So everybody comes in and they, do you think it was a calm setting? Describe to me what the setting is gonna be like. Hostile. Are people gonna trust? Are people going to make alliances? Yeah, Massachusetts and Virginia end up making an alliance to try to make sure and get the Constitution signed when they go for the Constitution. Okay, so you have all these people who are coming in with what they think is important, and that's gonna create not only tension, but it's gonna create a slow process. The Articles of Confederation are our first constitution, okay? The fears that people brought in decided what kind of government we have. They trusted the legislative branch more than any other branch of government. Why?
Because it was elected.
Because it was elected. Now, this is a colony. This is a colony. This is a colony, and this is a colony. Okay? You can have 2 to 7 delegates. It's up to you. I need the delegates in the center. You're Rhode Island.
Yeah, can we all go?
Okay, so here's the question in front of the committee. Do you want me to fix you breakfast or do you want me to fix you lunch? It can be something like egg casseroles and biscuits and gravy or pancakes. Or it could be kailua pork or lasagna or fresh stir fry. So you decide.
I propose brunch.
No, either breakfast or lunch. Decide.
How about we do breakfast for lunch?
How about we do 4 half?
That's just
You're
breakfast in
just
the sky.
deciding your vote from your colony at this point in time.
I think we go rogue and take dinner.
Dessert, always dessert.
Always I can make fresh grapes for breakfast.
I mean, for breakfast, you can get away
Or
with some
cinnamon
terrible
rolls.
stuff.
Okay, stop. Guys, stop. Now here's the deal. It doesn't matter how many representatives you have, you only have 1 vote. 1 vote under the Articles of Confederation for each colony. What do you guys want?
More breakfast.
Breakfast? What do you want?
Lunch.
Lunch? Oh, wait, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Lunch, so breakfast, lunch. Okay. Now,
You got a higher population, so.
This class, or is it for like a whole day thing?
it's for this class. Okay, have a seat. Okay, now I want to take a vote. Everybody's gonna vote. Okay? If you wanted breakfast, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 people for breakfast. If you wanted lunch, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so in this case, guys, in this case, under the Articles of Confederation, you got the same thing that you would have gotten in a real vote, in a vote like what we have now, right? Because you ended up with lunch. Okay, but can you see how it could be different? And this colony has how many people? 7 people, and they have 3, and they got the same vote. They have the same power. So what does that do to their individual power? Yeah, their power is bigger than their power, or this group is South Carolina. And they not only get the population they have, but they get 3 votes for every 5 slaves. And the 5 slaves don't get to vote, right? So what does that do to the owners of the slaves? More powerful vote, okay? So can you see some of the problems that we're gonna have with the AOC, the Articles of Confederation, and then later with the Constitution? Does that make sense? More sense? Okay, next thing. Borrowing and coining money. Every colony had their own money, and some colonies had more than one type of money. I'm handing out different types of money. I want you to get in line, when I say go, get in line in order of the worth of your money. You may use an electronic device.
Oh, does it have to be accurate?
Yes, it has to be accurate.
We just meant how much you thought it was.
Sorry. Yeah, these are actual, this is actual money from different countries.
Kroner, so it's.
You said get in line basically.
You're getting in line based on the worth of the money. I've got one. Okay, you have 3 minutes. Go.
Everybody convert.
Hey guys, convert to $1.
Convert it to $1 will make it easiest.
I got $1.30.
Oh, yeah.
£1.
$1,000.
Alright, mine's 15 cents.
Oh, yeah. I think I have like one of those.
Guys, get in line.
I know, this little thing is
Why don't you start the line here?
Well, it's like.
Is yours worth more than $2?
Yeah.
I am literally.
You're right here.
Okay.
Andrew, you're right here.
68 cents.
I have $2.
Who else doesn't know what, okay, back there, do you guys know what your money is worth?
Yeah.
You guys, no? If you don't know, come over here. If you don't know, come over here. Know the specific amount. Okay, come over here because it's, time's up, okay? These people didn't even make it to the market. So they can't buy what they need to survive. So they're dead. Sit down. Who? The people who are dead. Okay? How many of you had a hard time figuring out the word? How many of you could have figured it out without an electronic device?
Well, I probably could maybe.
I could have made an educated.
You could have made an educated guess. How difficult would it be to trade with the people with the different monies?
Very hard.
Okay, why is it important that we understand that under the Articles of Confederation, that states didn't have a common currency?
Makes everything more complicated.
It makes everything more complicated. If they want to buy something, if somebody needs cotton from South Carolina in New York, they have to figure out what currency there is, how much it's worth compared to their currency, and if they'll even take their currency, right? What does that do to a nation's economy?
It makes it complicated.
Very complicated. Is that gonna make the country look strong or weak?
Weak.
Okay, have a seat. Put my money up there.